Anyways, so here are the drives. I got the two drives. One is a 5 terabyte. The other is a 256 gigabyte. The 5 terabyte is used only for Xbox games, and the 256 GB is being used for emulators. Now, I thought about doing this the other way around, but I decided not to do that. And that's the current situation with these drives. So the way I do this is I put everything under the TV, and so these things can just sort of linger under the TV, and that's their storage. So I generally don't like to pay for the new Xbox Series S games because they're digital, you know. It seems a little bit like a waste of money, although I am going to buy Diablo. So I got all the freebies. Downloaded. And of course, Xbox Game Pass, which I've been using trials of. So to show you here, there's a special website that you go to. And in order to install your emulators and lots of other good stuff, as you can see here, RetroArch, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, there's several versions of it. Cody, Zelda 3, FTP, and then you can see all my games that were free in the Xbox store. Anyway, so in order to get these games on your Xbox Series S or X, what you have to do is you go into apps. You're gonna launch your Microsoft web browser, Edge. When you do that, you're gonna go to this special website, which I will provide a link to in the description. But I'll launch Edge real quick. I'll see if the site is already pulled up. I don't think it is, but it is. Okay, so I can actually browse the site. It's called Gamer 13's repo. It has all the instructions there. So I'll post a link in the description. There's a Discord, which you are going to want to check out. But now, let's get to the good stuff. So, without further ado, the games and apps. Scroll to the bottom. And let's go ahead and launch RetroArch. I don't think we have any volume here for some reason. Very low volume on this new TV. So I'll back up a little bit so you can see the great setup on this 55-inch TV. So we have RetroArch on Xbox Series S. Now what we have here is all the games, so load a game. The games should be on my D drive, and they are. Now, what should we start with? Now, Dreamcast has a standalone emulator, so I'm not going to launch that. The Saturn games I was very impressed with. But the Gamecubes I was also very impressed with. So we got a few games here I'm going to launch. Let's go to Crazy Taxi. This is actually my whole collection of games that I own in physical format. There's about 35 of them, but I'm going to go ahead and launch Crazy Taxi. So what you do is you choose the correct emulator, which for Gamecube is the Dolphin. And now we wait. And you can see me at my reflection there. So the load time is actually takes a while to load, as you can see. But it loaded. Now, I only got one hand to here because I'm holding up my phone with the other. But, so, yeah, the load times, I guess that would depend on your hard drive, maybe.
Hey, come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
So we got Gamecube.
Let's have some fun. All right, let's go make some crazy moves. Go ahead and pick a car and drive it. Gina.
Okay, let's play it cool.
Hey, it's time to make some crazy money.
So like I said, I have one hand.
Here we go.
So we're just going to try to drive around a little bit. So there you go. It works really well. Ah, it did skip there.
I'll get someone. I'll get someone. Okay, I'll get someone.
Oh, you get the idea. It works. See now, I'm actually not 100% sure how to get back to the main menu. Did I just take a screenshot? I think it's these two buttons together. There we go. So I'll launch one more game. What should we launch this time? Again, to the D drive. Let me show you a Saturn game. This is my entire Saturn collection. We'll try a Shining Force Scenario 2 with the English translation. Now this is interesting. Okay. I know I can get it. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So we have Sega Saturn on the Xbox Series S, Shining Force 3, Scenario 2, the English translation. Look at that. picture's pretty great. Alright, so we will exit this now. Let's try one more system, and then we'll call it quits. So, should we try the 64? Let's try the 64. We're gonna try GoldenEye. I don't have that many 64 games. These are zip files, so we're looking for 64. This is one of the only 64 games that I actually have. I might have like 5 games. But as you can see, the emulation is perfect on this one. Again, the load times, I guess they're it might take a while.
Good afternoon, sir. Can I help you?
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Ah, Mr. Bond. We have a safety deposit box waiting for you.
Interesting. Well, the game works. So now we will quit. And now I will show you a couple more things. Now this here, Devolution X is Diablo for PC. Pretty awesome. There you go. You have the first Diablo. See? How about that? This one I actually have to exit on its own. Oops. Now, when Diablo 4 comes out, that's going to be great. I'm going to buy that one, but at the moment I have the PC version of the first Diablo, and I actually don't even have a CD-ROM drive on my computer, so this works out well. I can actually play that game. Let's try a Dreamcast game. So Flycast works for Dreamcast. Dreamcast BIOS. So now what do I do? Well, I'm not sure why it's not working. I might have to do it on RetroArch instead. Alright, I'll just go ahead and do that. So we got RetroArch booting up again, and we'll load a Dreamcast game. So I got Crazy Taxi 2 for Dreamcast, Dead or Alive 2. Let's try this one. Check it out. And that booted up really fast.
絶対に勝つ。
So I actually have this game for Xbox Series S anyway, I think. Actually for Xbox Original. But this is the same exact game. Same exact game on Dreamcast. It runs pretty great. It's just some really good emulation. There you go. It works. Oh, that's it. This is another video. Maybe one of these days I'll get one of those stands so I can for my cell phone. So that way I won't have to hold it and I'll have two hands. But until then, here's your next video. Xbox Series S.